Have you ever felt like the days are just rushing by and you have like no recollection of where the day went? Somebody asks you about your weekend and like you just for the life of you can't remember what you did or what happened. That happened to me for so long, and at the end of 2022, I decided to make a radical shift. And in 2023, there's been one habit that has set the atmosphere and created an ecosystem for myself to not only create other habits on top of it, but to radically change my life and the person that I am. Now, if you've been around for a little while, you probably remember that I was big into side hustling, and I still am. But I was married and just want to kind of give you a little bit of a life update to preface. There's been a radical shift in the way that I do things because of these new seasons of my life. And the biggest one is that nowadays I actually have two kids. So I have a 1-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. And they are the loves of my life. I love them so dearly, so much. The only thing that I have noticed has been a little bit of a hindrance on me has been the time. Kids take up a lot of time, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but I do need to change things in my own schedule and the way that I operate in order to accommodate not only them and my wife, but time for myself. And so the number one habit that I've changed in 2023 is the time that I wake up. And for those of you that are watching right now, I want you to know that it is possible to wake up earlier and have more time within your day. So those days and years aren't rushing by you, allowing time to happen to you, but you're taking control of your time. And so for me, what that looks like is a 4 o'clock wake up time. Now I know that's probably a lot earlier than most of you guys have ever desired to wake up. You might have read the books on waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You might have heard people talk about waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now I started off this journey at the beginning of 2023 with the intention of waking up no later than 6 a.m. Grant Cardone says to beat the sun up. And that was pretty much the root of what I wanted to do. I wanted to beat the sun up, and around 6 o'clock average wake up time is what that would look like. But I found myself waking up earlier and earlier, and I kind of just settled on this like magic number for myself of 4 a.m. And between the 4 and 6 o'clock hour, if on some days I'm not getting enough rest and I know the night before that I won't be getting enough rest, I'll allow myself to sleep in until 6 a.m. But I want to keep as strict of a structure for myself to wake up at 4 a.m. as possible, because I've found that at the 4 o'clock hour, it gives me just enough time to get things that I want to prioritize in my own life before the kids are awake, get those things accomplished and done. But the 4 o'clock hour, if you guys are watching this, try it out for a week. I challenge you guys, try out a 4 o'clock wake up time for a week and see how much time you actually have in the morning to accomplish things. You'd be blown away. And so today I'm going to talk about 3 quick benefits on why waking up early, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour is highly beneficial for you. Now the first one is that waking up at 4 a.m. or just waking up early in general allows you to take your time back and gives you the time to do what you want. So in the morning hours between 4 to 6:30, 6:30 being the time that my kids wake up, I have complete control over that time. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. I will get into another video of my morning routine, but I have time to read, I have time to pray, I have time to work, I have time to just think. And so it's so beneficial to have time for yourself, especially as a young man or a father, to have time to think and digest and to process the morning before the day actually happens to you is highly beneficial, and I recommend it to just about every person that I could possibly think of. 2023 has been pivotal for me. I found this system to be groundbreaking in my own life. It's changed who I am fundamentally, because I have the time to do things that benefit me, that prioritize me as a man, and the rest of the day is, geared towards making sure my wife is provided for, my kids are provided for, that they have the things that they need to have an enjoyable life. But I set the day up for success with those early morning hours, and I can do with those morning hours whatever it is that I want to do. So if you're finding yourself really intrigued at the idea of waking up early in the morning, you should know that you have a bunch more time to do the things that matter most to you during those hours. Now, the next thing is that when you compare yourself as an early riser to the next person, almost anybody you know, most people you know probably aren't waking up even at 6 o'clock in the morning unless they have a really early shift in the morning. But what I've found is that if you're waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock, you're early rising just in general, you're probably getting more done in those few hours of the morning than most people get done in their entire day. What I found is that when you allow the day to happen to you, you have to be clocking in, clocking out at a certain time every day. The day just happens to you. You get home, you're done for the day, you want to just veg, you put on Netflix because you're tired, you have no more energy, you're spent, and you have nothing left in the tank to accomplish anything other than the work you do, the school you go to, or whatever it is that your day-to-day looks like. But for me, what I've found is that waking up early in the morning and prioritizing that time allows me to accomplish so much more in those few hours from 4 to 6:30, 7 o'clock than most people do in an entire day. Now, number 3 is the benefit of quiet time. I can't tell you as a father how much I need quiet time now. It's unbelievable. I used to be so level-headed, not bothered by anything. But I have found over the years as my kids have been growing up, I need time to just think, to sit in silence, to have quiet time. And those hours in the early morning for me, between 4 and 6:30 before the kids wake up, is my time to just think, is my time to sit in quietness, is my time to just essentially veg in complete silence. And I've never needed that in my life before, but I think as a man, we get overloaded with a lot of different things, a lot of things that we have on our plate, like work and school and kids and marriage and church and whatever else is on your plate. I find that we have so much that we gather and we have to manage on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis. It's so important that you take some time, get into your cave, and have some quiet time. And so those are the 3 ways that I feel that waking up early, a 4 o'clock wake up time for me, has really benefited and changed my life already in this 2023 season. And I already feel it. It's a habit. It's not something that's just a goal and that I'm going to fall off the boat with and start waking up at 7 or 8 every day again. No, I feel different. I feel physically different, I feel emotionally different, spiritually different. The way that I carry myself is so much more different than anything that I've experienced in the past. So if I can challenge you guys to anything, is to wake up earlier, take charge of your time, control who you are in those early morning hours of the day before time has the ability to do it to you. So if you like today's video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up on that video. It really helps a small channel like me out. And if you are new to the channel, you've never been here before or seen any of my videos, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to see when the next time that I post is. I am going to be creating content around being a better person, being a better man, side hustles, all the works, and just being able to level up on a personal basis. I might not be one of those big channels that you see, but I definitely want to instill a lot of value and instill in you that you can be a better person, that a better life is for you. And if I could do that in any way for you specifically, please comment below if you have any suggestions. Would love to do that, continue creating content for you. So be on the lookout for those future videos. You comment below if you're having success with that now, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.